Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at the best way to capture wild Pokemon. So the game's gone global now, and for new players that are watching this, let's take a look at the 3 teams you can pick, because that influences how you play the game. So the first team is Red, and that was the team that I would expect would be the most popular choice, but apparently according to the statistics, the blue team is actually the most popular. So Team Red is Valor. They allow you to catch Pokemon with high combat power, or points, and this is the strength of your Pokemon, that's the belief of them. And this is the best choice for players who want to make stronger teams or do better in PvP. Next team is Blue, and that is Team Mystic. So they believe in making leveling up much easier and evolving, so I'd imagine this is going to be easier power-ups, easier to evolve, less monsters required. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's what it does. And finally, Yellow Team, which is what I've chosen, and the rest of Omega Carry, is Team Instinct. So they allow you to capture eggs easier and get eggs from Pokestops. I've got a full stack of eggs now. You can carry 9. So even though they start weaker, they will eventually catch up, and you'll be able to catch better Pokemon. So there's a bit of a balancing game to choosing what you go for at the start. Let's take a look at what you can do to catch wild Pokemon easier. So first thing, you want to find a Pokestop and drop down a lure module. This is the thing you can get in the shop. You can also get it from leveling up, and that will help you attract Pokemon to the Pokestop. You do have to be within the radius. The next thing you can do is stack lure modules. So if you've got 2 people with phones, apparently you can drop 2 and stack them that way. Combine this with an incense, and that will lure Pokemon to you even if you're moving. That's one useful thing to remember, is that if you combine all of them, you're going to get a higher chance of getting a rare Pokemon. So taking a look at the actual catching of the game, you can switch from AR mode up the top to like a background screen, and that makes it a bit easier, because with the AR mode you have to sort of look around until you find the Pokemon. So that's the first tip. So this will help with tracking. So also when you're moving around, it's a lot easier if you click the compass at the top. Now that will make the screen follow you. That's a bit of a newbie tip, but it's something I didn't know straight away, and that helps. So you want to check different times during the day to find which Pokemon appear. So you've got certain Pokemon that don't actually appear on the radar for your nearby monsters. They can just appear randomly, so you do have to explore. But with the modules, you're gonna be able to get Pokemon easier. So another thing that I noticed the other day was I was walking around my local town, and there's about 4 Pokestops grouped together. So if you cycle between all of those, and especially if you're on Team Yellow, then you will get eggs a lot easier. That's helping me max out the amount of eggs I can carry. When you're actually in battle with Pokemon, the raspberries is an item that you can place that will stop them running away. So if you encounter something quite rare, then just drop the raspberry down. When you're actually capturing the Pokemon with your Pokeballs yourself, you want to be aiming the reticule when it goes at its smallest, and then chuck it. It also helps to support your hand when you're doing this, because I find it's quite hard to throw the ball with one hand. You'll be wasting Pokeballs that way. But if you use the tip I said earlier about going around town and finding Pokestops, you don't actually have to buy the Pokeballs, which is really helpful. So yeah, you can basically combine doing all of this while driving in the passenger seat. I find that using using an incense while driving in the passenger seat will be able to get you more Pokemon appearances, because you're travelling a further distance. This also really helps with leveling, leveling your Pokemon and get eggs. Sorry, leveling, I mean just getting the eggs. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of at the top of my head, but yeah, especially, you're going to see some footage of me going out at night time at about 4 in the morning, and the Pokemon that you can catch then is completely different to the Pokemon that appear in the daytime. So yeah, I think there's like a random time zone thing. Anyway guys, that's about it for this video. Subscribe to this channel for loads of other great Pokemon tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.